Hey everybody, welcome back to reading the Refuge Larp rulebook. Today we're on chapter 5 still, and we're reading the effects section, starting on at the bottom of page 31. Feel like I'm going to start saying page numbers now. We'll see if that sticks. Anyhow, effects. Any effect can be combined with any delivery, though some are much rarer than others. For example, it might be uncommon to see an intoxicate effect evoked through a monster's claws, but you will commonly find intoxicate alchemy used among the adventuring community. There are many different effects organized into different effect groups. These categorize the effects in two ways. They help describe how they are defended against, and they give information about how to remove detrimental effects once someone's been affected. For example, the weakness effect is in the curse effect group. A cleanse effect will remove all other curse effects, so if you've been weaknessed, you might want to drink a cleanse potion. Alternatively, a resist curse skill will let you prevent the weakness from affecting you in the first place. Unless otherwise specified, identical effects do not stack. No one may have a second copy of the same effect active at the same time, whether caused by a spell or alchemy or any other source. This means one cannot have both a poison shield active from a spell and a poison shield active from an elixir. If you are hit by an effect that you are already under, the newest identical effect will always override the older ones. This resets the duration of the effect if it had a time duration. For example, if you had been affected by weakness for 1 minute and you are hit with a new weakness, simply reset the timer to its maximum. You don't have to count the two identical effects separately, which is really helpful. I mean, imagine if you had like 4 things you had to count separately. That would just be horrible. You can, however, have similar effects active at the same time. For example, you might have both an Enhanced Blade and an Earth Blade spell active at the same time, since they are separate effects. Okay, so yeah, you can have multiple things to count at the same time, but honestly, with stuff like Earth Blade and Enhanced Blade, it's easiest to just measure that with your heart and do your best to keep it at the 10-minute mark. Then they constantly try to run a timer in your head, since you'll be also doing a whole bunch of other stuff and like fighting while you're doing them. Some effects just represent various ways to get hurt. For most players, normal magic, flame, lightning, ice, and stone will all simply do the stated amount of damage as normal. Some monsters might be hurt differently by them, or even healed, such as hitting a flame elemental with flame damage. Healing, chaos, and body are a little different. Healing will normally heal the body points of the living and harm the undead. In both cases, it bypasses armor points. Chaos is the opposite. It will heal the undead while harming the living. Its foul energy striking straight past armor points directly to body points. For both of these, keep in mind the weapon qualifier attack rules explained in the calls section. You can't get infinite healing for your friends from an Earthblade spell. Lastly, the body damage type simply bypasses armor points entirely, no matter what the target. It will also work when striking nearly any monster, as very few creatures are immune to the deadly strikes represented by this damage type. Yeah, but most monsters can dodge or evade a body strike, like one of the few, so dodge, evade, stuff like that will still save them from body because they're technically not being hit by it. So body's not as all-powerful as the rulebook makes it seem in this. And yeah, that's the end of the section. Tomorrow we'll be covering defenses. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to get to them. You have a good day.